Minsk, Belarus, a Friday morning in September. In Europe's last dictatorship, this is rapidly becoming the new normal.
Sometimes there's no time for laws, and tough measures must be taken to stop all the trash from rising up.
This peaceful protest movement and the state's brutal response is complicated to cover. Journalists have been arrested, stripped of their accreditations. Ours was never granted in the first place, so we filmed this in a secret location. This man was detained shortly after the election, threatened with rape and beaten repeatedly.
They commanded us to look into the ground, hands behind our backs, and run between two rows of enforcers in black robes and helmets with rubber sticks, and they were beating us in the legs, arms, on our backs.
Fear has taken the wind out of the factory strikes. This was the early days, the post-election hubris, when President Lukashenko was jeered off stage by workers who traditionally formed his support base. Uliana Gorbachova is on the strike committee at the Minsk tractor factory. She says the KGB have moles there. People are scared.
The bosses threaten to fire us. In fact, some people have already been fired in a very brutal way, and when they saw this happening, they began to think, we live in a dormitory, we've got bank loans, how are we going to live? We can't continue to be on strike, we'll get fired.
She was detained briefly last Sunday, but she still plans to go out this weekend, the fifth weekend of protests, in a week where security forces picked off opposition leaders one by one, bundling Maria Kolesnikova into the back of this van, raiding her offices and driving her to the Ukrainian border with a sack over her head, she says, telling her that she would be leaving the country dead or alive. So she ripped up her passport, making father and country proud. Lukashenko will meet his Russian counterpart on Monday in the resort town of Sochi. Vladimir Putin seemingly willing to prop him up for now. But lock up the leaders and the protests continue, because so many refuse to stand down, outraged at the brutality, demanding the release of detainees, determined that their president must go. Diana Magnay, Sky News, Moscow.